Whiskers was no ordinary cat. With fur as black as midnight and eyes that sparkled like emeralds, he roamed the cobblestone streets of the village with an air of mischief. His days were filled with sunbathing on warm windowsills and chasing butterflies through blooming gardens. But as the sun began to set each evening, Whiskers' thoughts turned to the shimmering waters of the harbor, where the fishermen returned with their daily catch. One fateful evening, as the sky blazed with hues of orange and pink, Whiskers decided to investigate the commotion at the docks. The fishermen were laughing and boasting as they unloaded their nets, glistening with fish of every kind. Whiskers' stomach rumbled, and his eyes widened at the sight of a particularly plump fish, its scales glimmering like jewels. As the fishermen chatted, Whiskers stealthily crept closer, his heart racing with excitement. He could almost taste the salty flesh of the fish on his tongue. Just as he was about to make his move, a loud splash echoed through the air. The fish, sensing danger, wriggled and flopped back into the water, leaving Whiskers with nothing but a mouthful of sea breeze. Frustrated but undeterred, Whiskers hatched a plan. He would bide his time and wait for the right moment. The next day, he returned to the docks, feigning disinterest as he lounged on a nearby crate. He watched the fishermen haul in their nets, but this time, he noticed something else: a glimmering silver fish swimming just beneath the surface, seemingly unbothered by the chaos above. With a swift leap, Whiskers pounced, his paws splashing into the water. The fishermen gasped as the cat landed with a splash, and for a moment, time stood still. Whiskers' eyes locked onto the shimmering fish, and he swam with all his might, determined to catch his prize. But as he reached for the fish, it darted away, weaving through the water with an elegance that left Whiskers momentarily stunned. He chased it deeper, the thrill of the hunt igniting his instincts. Just as he thought he had it cornered, the fish turned and swam straight into an underwater cave. Whiskers hesitated, peering into the dark depths. The cave was shrouded in shadows, and a tingle of fear crept up his spine. Yet, the thought of the fish was too enticing. He took a deep breath and plunged into the darkness, his heart pounding in rhythm with the waves. Inside the cave, the water shimmered with bioluminescent algae, revealing a hidden world of colorful coral and strange sea creatures. Whiskers was mesmerized, but his focus quickly returned to the fish. It glided through the water, taunting him, and he followed, weaving through the underwater labyrinth. At last, he cornered the fish near a rocky outcrop. With a final burst of energy, he lunged forward and, to his surprise, caught it in his paws. Victory surged through him, but as he held the fish, he noticed something strange. Its eyes sparkled with intelligence, and it spoke in a soft, melodic voice. "Release me, brave cat," it said. "I am no ordinary fish. If you let me go, I will grant you a single wish." Whiskers paused, torn between his hunger and the promise of magic. He thought of all the things he could wish for: a never-ending supply of fish, a cozy home by the sea, or perhaps the ability to explore the world beyond the village. But as he looked into the fish's pleading eyes, he realized that none of those wishes mattered as much as the adventure he had just experienced. With a sigh, he released the fish, watching it swim away into the depths. "I wish for others to know the magic of this place," he said, a smile spreading across his face. The fish twirled in the water, sparkling with gratitude. "Your wish is granted," it chimed, and with a flick of its tail, it vanished into the shadows. From that day on, the village thrived. Fishermen returned with bountiful catches, and the villagers shared tales of the magical fish and the brave cat who had spared its life. Whiskers became a legend, not for the fish he had caught, but for the adventure he had embraced and the joy he had spread. And every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Whiskers would sit by the water, watching the waves dance, knowing that the true treasure was the magic of kindness and the thrill of the chase.